Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Stargate Timekeepers, the stealth game. Top down. Ooh, it's really hard as well. So Stargate Timekeepers is being released by Slithering Games and follows just after the Battle of Antarctica at the end of Season 7, as we all would have seen if you're a Stargate SG-1 fan. This mission is Mission 3 out of a 7-mission first part of Season 1. This is called In Plain Sight, and we're going to get a rundown of what In Plain Sight is actually all about. More stealth.
After the successful supply mission on Hactl, Stargate Command continues supporting the planet's resistance movement against Moloc. Years ago, Moloc decreed that all girls born under him must be put to death in the ceremony of fire. SGC agreed to help save the intended victims of this ritual on one of Moloc's worlds. Following the disturbance on Hactl, the resistance needed a last-minute plan to save the infants. Majors Max Bolton and Sam Watson wait outside the site, ready to infiltrate and delay the proceedings.
So there you have it. Think of the children. So the Jaffa are out to get rid of all the girls in a particular village, keep the boys for strong Jaffa. Let's get on with it. A treetop network to go through and the sacrificial pyre. It's heavy stuff, this is. This took me about 4 hours to complete, and I've cut it all together for your viewing pleasure. This is going to be a step-to-step walkthrough of In Plain Sight.
What is wrong, Atta?
Here we go. Here's the recap.
Are on Hactl.
The ceremony of fire will begin soon. We must save our sisters, or they will burn.
We're short on time. You're here because of your experience in infiltration.
Saverda is the High Priestess. She will lead the ceremony.
I could disguise myself as a priestess and perform the opening of the ceremony. Prolong it as a distraction.
I like it.
Damn, they didn't skimp on manpower. There are guards everywhere.
They're not taking any chances. Can you sneak past them?
Sure, if I look like someone with authority, I can stroll right in there with the right disguise.
Right. For now, I'll stay back and cover you. I'll find a spot with a clear view of the village. There should be another gateway on the other side of the ritual area. Go through there and head on to Seasfurter.
Do we know for sure that she's in her treehouse?
Apparently, the High Priestess is always there before the ceremony.
I hope she keeps to her routines. We can't sneak out the kids if we don't find her first.
Right, and we're short on time. Let's go.
Right, okay, recap done. Now is where the rubber hits the road, as it were. We got our two protagonists. We got Max, he's the sniper, and we've got Sam, who's the covert infiltrator. So, as we've done in previous missions, we've got to get in a bush. We're all crouched down as well, so good stuff. So being crouched down is the default in all games for being stealthy. We can see the view lines as well of the Jaffa. Having a good look around. That's all good stuff. We're going to have to do something really cunning here. Now, naturally, the first thing I'm thinking is, well, do we go directly at them? Now, in this game, we've got a synchronized plan tactical mode, okay, by holding the control key. I might use that. I might not use that. I don't know. Let's make sure I've got that all set up. Let's resume the game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sam, our infiltrator, towards the north side of the map. There's Jaffa up there, an armoured Jaffa, and we're going to use an ability that Sam has, which is to disguise ourselves as an armoured Jaffa. Now, as we'll see a little bit later on, Jaffa have got different levels of rank. So as we can see up here, we've got a couple of bushes. There's just a guard Jaffa right there. He's no good to man nor beast, other than the fact that, you know, he can see us. keeping our eye on the one who's on patrol. We're going to jump out of this bush, club him over the head, tie him up, hide him in the bush, out of the way. So we've got him out of the way. Okay, so, and now we're going to go after that armoured Jaffa. Now, the armoured Jaffa, you can just see him talking to himself at the top of the map. Tricky one, this. So, here we go. We're going to go and hide behind that cart with the barrels in it. And we're going to access that help node right there. There you go. So that says, as Jaffa civilians cannot defend themselves, they'll run to safety if they detect one of your team members. This may mean they'll raise the alarm. So we've got to be careful of the people. Even though they're not armed, they're going to see us. So let's go and hide in that bush over there. Now, we've got to distract this fella. We've got the ability, with Sam, to use a hologram that we can put in plain sight of the Jaffa who's walking around on patrol. Here he comes. Right, we've thrown our hologram out. Now, throwing it out is not like the other distractions. You've got to activate it. And when it activates it, it shows a hologram of something that's going to attract the Jaffa's attention. Once you've done that, right, they'll look at it for a couple of seconds, giving you time to sneak up, give them a thump on the head, knock them unconscious. So there we are. We've got the hologram. Right. There he is. We're going to give him a bit of a thump. We missed. No problem. We picked up the projector. We're going to do that again. We're going to throw it out. But when you're going to activate it, when he comes close, and you've got to be quick with this. I mean, I'm still getting used to the control method on this game. Here he comes. Right, we're going to get ready. We're going to activate our hologram. There it is. He comes over. Right. He sees us. No problem. He gets the thump, and we tie him up. And you guessed it, everybody. We're going to stick him in a bush. So that's the patrolling Jaffa out of the way. Everybody else seems to be minding their own business. That Jaffa over there, the armoured Jaffa, that's the one we want. So you got it. Sam can avoid detection by scanning the appearance with the mimetic projector. This is great. So 2 attracts their attention. We're going to hide in the bush. No one else is looking. He's going to go back to his patrol space. As he's armoured, we're going to have to use a zap on him. There it is. 1 zap from a zap stuns you. 2 kills you. 3 disintegrates you.
Not going to happen.
Now that got changed in Stargate towards the end, I think about season 5, because people were just getting zatted left, right and centre. It was ridiculous, and then some people got zatted multiple times and didn't die. But as you can see there, I've hit number 4, and I am mimicking now an armoured Jaffa. This is one of the lowest ranks of armoured Jaffa I can possibly have. That will become noticeable. And now I can typically just walk around as if I own the place, providing no one of a higher rank sees me. Now, what we got to do is get Max to the vantage point. Now, Max is our sniper. If you remember, we left him all the way back down in the clearing.
Piece of cake.
We're going to walk down there. There's nobody that outranks us down here. And we're going to do a little bit of cheeky, sneaky stuff. See, no one's paying the blindest bit of attention to us. And I like that. That's what I like about this game. We can just walk straight up to people. I am a Jaffa. You're going to get it. Now, that's the vantage point we have to get Max to. The initial vantage point. So I'm going to go up there as my Jaffa. And I'm going to disable them. Because I can. And it's easier this way. Much easier this way. Whether or not updates to this game will make it not as easy. I mean, I am playing in story mode. Now, story mode in this game means that you have unlimited grenades, that sort of thing. I did it because it was, to be fair, it's very difficult. And I wanted to get some content out.
Good idea.
He's tied up. He's just gazing off over the ridge. There you go. Just going to tie him up. Don't need to throw him off. I could throw him off, but I don't need to. We'll just pile him up in one particular corner, I think. Now, you haven't always got to throw your bodies in a bush. You can throw them off a precipice. As macabre as that sounds. Now, I'm going to take my Sam character, who's now looking like an armoured Jaffa, and we're going to move on down. And we're going to start to take out some of these people and clear out this clearing. Now we've got one Jaffa on patrol, one having a good look around. We're going to have to be quite cunning about this. Here we go. See if we can just walk straight up to him. No one plays the blindest bit of difference. And that's what I like about it. I like this disguise aspect of the game. Right then, moving on. Here comes that Jaffa.
All right.
As soon as he goes over there, I'm going to get him to shoot or tranquilize or zat, more than likely shoot that guy. That could take him out, but then I would be seen. That's a problem. What to do for the best? Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can stun him, you can shoot him, or you can just knock him out, knock this one out, outside of the view, or basically knock him out and then shoot the other guy. Right, he's down. He comes over to investigate. I come out of my bush.
I've got this.
There you go. Give him a good thump. Bam. Right, tie him up. Job done. All we've got now is the two remaining Jaffa down at the bottom. Now, I didn't have to do anything with him, or with them, to be perfectly honest, because they don't see up that one incline where I have to get the sniper, max the sniper to. But I'm doing it. I'm still learning the game. This is only mission 3. As it's only mission 3, I'm still learning the tactics. It's not always necessary to hide people in bush. It's not always necessary to disable every enemy you come across. If you can sneak past them, then so be it.
Let's hear it.
So, I can shoot one and then disable the other. Pow, there he is.
That's easy.
This dynamic of the game works well, but does attract an awful lot of noise. So one's dead and one's disabled. This leaves the area free now. I can get Max all the way to the first vantage point up this hill, so he can provide some overwatch for us. Nice and easy.
Ready for action.
Right, with that done now,
Let's hear it.
on to the next difficult part of the mission. If this looks easy, I can guarantee you it isn't. Special thanks also goes out to Slithering Games as well for giving me the press release copy of this. So here I am. I've got Overwatch.
Most of the village. Yeah, I can cover you.
All right, just do what you do. Lie down and watch things unfold.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Right, we're ready to move on. Cool stuff. He's got lots of really cool abilities. And to be fair, I didn't use him much in this mission. Anyway, one thing to note, bullets do not affect armoured Jaffa with one sniper shot. You've got to use energy. So let's get over to this health point.
Right.
It's going to go on to getting into the actual village now. This is tricky. Now, it goes on about ring transporters. I didn't actually do much with the ring transporter at this stage of the game. It just means that if there's an alert raise, more reinforcements come into the ring transporters. As long as the guy with the red symbol above me doesn't see me, because we're the same rank, I can just walk straight past him. So by going behind him, he hasn't seen me. That's fantastic. There's no problems at all. I use the use button, and I open the gates, and I am in the village. Couldn't be easier. Now, as you can see, there's another Jaffa there of a higher rank than me. If he sees me straight away, the disguise will be up. The jig will be up. So as he comes around on his little route, his patrol route, I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to steal his disguise. At least this will let me go past some of the lesser Jaffa that are in the base. So, out with the Zat, because he's armoured, only energy weapons, unless you've got Eva, which we haven't on this mission, who's got the binoculars. Gonna tie him up.
All right.
There you are, and we're going to use the disguise. Scan him. Use the disguise when they're dead, or they're tied up. And then you go dump them in a bush. There it is. Right, there's my disguise. Hologram refreshes. I am now an officer, which is good stuff. Okay, so now I'm an officer. I can walk past that guy.
All right.
But you know what I'm going to do. You know he needs a good thumping.
Already on it.
Nobody else can see me. He's been thumped.
Hey,
Great.
Max, don't you
Now, there's
say
quite a
that
few
Colonel McCain to this mission?
sight lines I've got to be aware of here.
Ah, I see.
A couple of
I
high-ranking
guess
Jaffa
back
in
together
the
I got my
area.
crosshair right near you, pal.
Let's just scope this out from this bush.
Touchy.
You can see where he's looking, although the pyres are providing a bit of cover. So I think I can go back behind the truck.
I've got this.
And using a little bit of speed, a little bit of crouching, I can get through and not be detected.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Right, there you are. See, there's the shadow of the pyre. I can stand there, no problem. No one's going to see me. And then,
Already on it.
if they do, just go back behind the shadow. Right, the other Jaffar's gone away. I can get behind the other pyre to the left-hand side.
No way.
Here he comes. Sometimes you can shoot some of the
What else you
objects.
got?
Cause a bit of distraction. But that's not going to help me. This is the guy. He's the problem. You can see where he's looking. Over to the pyre to the left.
That's
Let's
easy.
go. Right, I don't think the other guy can see me. Great. I can sneak around the other side. Nice and easy. You see, the sight lines are not seeing behind that pyre. Right, okay then. That's where we gotta go. Let's move, move, move.
Nope. Piece of cake.
I can't use that particular item. He's going to turn round and I'll be fine to move on then. Go.
Good idea. Not going to happen.
I should be able to walk behind that armoured Jaffa. As soon as the other guy comes round and then starts his walk
Piece of
back,
cake.
I should be able to time it.
Already on it.
Go. Right, there you are. We're walking directly behind him. He hasn't
That's
seen
easy.
us. Past the other Jaffa. We can go and hide in that bush. Make sure we're crouched. That guy can't see us. We are undercover in the foliage. Right, and then we can
All
make
right.
our way then
So,
through the
Max,
glowing gates
must
on the
have
left-hand
been
side.
weird running into your ex in Antarctica.
You know, I'm getting
And we're
kinda
through.
bored of covering you.
So far, so good.
Okay,
If I've
okay.
made this look easy, it's not. If you're watching this, you had the same problems that I had.
Need something?
Whereas I didn't know where to hide, what to do, what I could shoot. And that's the beauty of this game. This game gets you thinking in a stealth mode. Now see, we've got a Jaffa shuttle. We can get through those gates and in. We've got to get that treehouse as well, but we can't get in there just yet. Right, moving on. We'll see these people a little bit later on in the game.
I've got this.
Kill shock.
Hey, whoever just attacked Sam, come in! Did you knock him out?
I did not know he was Tauri.
Wait. Someone's coming. Hide in the bushes, stay out of sight.
I think we are safe.
Can you wake him up?
I shall try. I am sorry. I thought he was one of Moloc's warriors.
Yeah,
Got a
that
sock?
was kind of the point. Why are you inside the walls?
I was sent here to observe the entrance, but
That was my shot. I don't see anyone else near you.
Hey, what's going on?
He is awake.
Oh, thank God. Hey, are you okay, Sam? We need to Charlie Mike.
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's go.
So now there's three characters.
Hey,
We've
what's your
got
I am attacked.
Atar,
Oh, I'm
who's
Max
our Jaffa
Bolton.
sympathizer.
That's Sam Watson.
We've got Sam,
You should
dressed
head
as a
back out
Jaffa.
and join your people.
I can help
And
you
we've got
here.
Max
I
as a
know
sniper.
this place.
And we've got to get
Okay,
through
I guess.
quite a
Go with
few
Sam to the
different
High Priestess's
checkpoints
house.
right
Once the
now.
ceremony
Okay,
begins, you
so
can help us open the outer
that
gateway.
Jaffa has been
shall.
eliminated. We've got to get round past that shuttlecraft. There's a few little points we can do here. Quite sneaky beaky this is. Like the rest of the game hasn't been sneaky beaky, but this is really sneaky beaky. So, we're off because we've got somebody now. We haven't just got to worry about ourselves. We've got to worry about our Jaffa who's not disguised. And as soon as they see Atar, the Jaffa, what's going to happen there is that's going to raise the alarm. But she has her own
idea.
set of skills. She's got a knack with a grenade. She's got a distraction ability. She's got a charged Matok. I think it's a Matok staff. Anyway, the Jaffa staff. And every now and again she says words like Jaffa, Kree, which is absolutely
Already on it.
fantastic. So here we go, moving on. We'll get behind those logs. Quite a few
All right.
people. We're going to take quite a few people out here. I mean, to be fair, I don't think we really need to take out those civilians, but we will, because we're completists. So by default, Jaffa officers are resistant to physical attacks and will raise the alarm. Right, so that's telling us we've got to use the Zat gun, the charge staff, or the grenade. There's a few areas here we're going to get through, and you can see if you watch my first video or second video, there's a bit of the environment, those vines just the top of the map. Now Atar, our Jaffa, can climb up and down those vines, and sometimes there'll be like a tree root. She can hang one of her grappling hooks off so that one of the SG members can then follow. So, okay, we can see all these different tree houses on how we've got to get there. Fantastic. However, and it's a big however, this is going to take a bit of time. This, video-wise, is 55 minutes, and that's with editing. With actually playing this, this is a good 3.5 hours worth of gameplay, if you've got your wits about you. And I've failed several times. That quick save and the quick load ability of this game is absolutely essential. And to stay on top of your quick saves and quick loads as well. Make sure you don't save in an area and think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You can always go back to the previous one by hitting the escape key on PC and selecting one of the previous saves. So, okay, I'm going to wait till that armoured Jaffa is going to turn around. We're going to go over there and we're going to give him a good zatting. Because that's what it's all about.
That's easy.
Right, there he is. There's our Zat. Choom. Zatted. And as for him, he's going to get a thump.
Piece of cake.
There, have that. And we're going to tie them both up.
All right.
And then no one can see us. We're going to get on with our lives. Now, these two here are going to be a problem. The other worker, just over there, that should be pretty easy to take out. We're going to go and take him out
Already
now.
on it. I've got this.
Here, a simple thump will do for him. There we go, tie him up. There's that vine I was talking about earlier on. Oh, we'll put him in a bush. We haven't put him in a bush for a while, so we'll put him in a bush. And now it's time to take these fellas out. Now, I don't think I had to take those fellas out. I'm doing it as opposed to them raising the alarm when a tar comes round the corner of those logs.
Good idea.
So that's the whole idea of things.
All right.
There you go. Bit of a thump. Tie him up. Job done. And then we get onto the really hard bit. Now,
Already on it.
Sam has got quite a few abilities, as you can see. He can thump people. He's got the hologram. He's got the Zat. He can be an infiltrator and holographically disguise himself with his Mimitech device. But he can also chat to people and distract them. He knows he can speak the Goa'uld tongue. And that's one of the options we're going to be using next to get past this next section.
Piece of cake. That's easy.
Right, everyone's very sort of safely hidden in bushes now. Let's get on with it.
Already on it.
As you can see, those two guards there, well, they won't
All
look
right.
at us because we're an officer. Although the other guard, you'll see our Jaffa sympathizer straight away, sound the alarm, and the jig will be up.
I've got this.
Right, let's move a tar around. You can see one guy is looking. We're going to have to distract them with some chit-chat, right? Some Goa'uld chit-chat. So we're going to move our disguised Sam
Need anything?
all the way over. No one's going to play the
Already
blindest
on
bit
it.
of attention to him. And we are going to distract that one Jaffa guard who's looking directly at the other Jaffa and the vine. By doing that, he'll turn his gaze, we'll sneak on behind. That's what it's all about. Right, we'll move a tar up a little bit. That's what we really want to see. We want to see that vision line. Right there. You can't sneak past without the distraction. The distraction is going to be key. Now she's crouched and just out of his vision. Perhaps he should have gone to Specsavers and got a new pair of glasses. Anyway, we could use a bomb, right? But the bomb really would, or the grenade, really would attract too much attention. We couldn't get round everybody in time. So the chit-chat is going to be the way. No point throwing a distraction either. There's absolutely... What are you going to distract? And it'll only be temporary. This guy can keep them talking for hours.
Onward.
What was that?
Right, we've avoided detection. Let's move him up. Just behind him. Hit the chit-chat. Select the person you want to talk to. They will turn and face you. The sight line was gone. We can get down
I'm
that
okay with
line.
small talk, but keep me away from big talk.
There is a guard down there, but he won't see us because there's a bit of a balustrade. And we are using universal stealth mode of
Ready for
being
action.
crouched. We can
Already
just
on it.
walk down those steps. There's no problem at all whatsoever. No need to take out those guards. No
I've
need at
got
all
this.
whatsoever. Now this is quite tricky. Armored Jaffa, one end. Some guy just sat down and this guy on patrol. Wearing a chain link vest. Very sort of Bennett from Commando, if you know what I mean. So what we intend to do here is we intend to get past those. Take this guy out. For that, what we're going to do is we're going to use Atar's
I've got
distraction.
Do we have a plan?
That's what we're going to do. Going to throw the distraction device. They'll come just out of the line of sight. He'll move over to have a look. We could zat him, no problem if we wanted to, and we could take them both out. Give him a good thump. Boom. Right? Boom. Right, they're knocked out. Here comes the other one. Bit of a zatting. There we go. Of course, physical attacks won't do anything. We just tie them both up. Job done. Now, just in case anyone comes down here and no one's on patrol and the sight lines above by the shuttle as such, you can just throw them off the side of the walkway. Or you could just leave them there. All depends how much of a completist you want to be.
All right. Any other ideas?
It is quite satisfying when you hear them go, "Wah!" when you throw them off. Quite funny.
Not going to happen.
Okay, with all the cleaning up and tidying up done, time to move on and get to the next section of the game, which is also just as difficult. This is a hard game, everyone. A really hard game. So the pathway is now clear. We can move on. Our disguised Jaffa can go up there and do a bit of distraction because we won't get a tar past. And we can then take out that one Jaffa who's just staring off into the foresty goodness. So we can go up there then with a tar and take all those out. That's the plan. Then we've got to get across all these walkways somehow, using all the subterfuge and the skills we've learned so far, and get to the hut, the High Priestess hut. If anything, there's a good story. And I do like these sort of games. Stargate Timekeepers is doing a fantastic job of suspense all the way through the game.
Ready for action.
What shall I do?
Right, so we distracted the Jaffa. A tar can then walk past up to that other Jaffa, and we can knock him out. No energy needed. We can just give him a thump, then throw him off.
I shall not.
There you go. Over he goes. And then we can get her then up that vine that only she can climb and take out those Jaffa up there. All the while the other guy is engaging the other Jaffa in chit-chat.
Nane.
There she goes, climbing up. A load of bodies tied up. Imagine the amount of zip ties or rope or handcuffs that are being used. Now, you can use a grenade here. There it goes. There's zatted. We can give him a thump with the staff. Another thump with the staff. That gives you an extra bit of time as opposed to just the blindness. That runs out quite quickly on this game. Tied up and tied up. We can move on to the next section. You can, if you want to be complete, take out the Jaffa up there. But you don't necessarily have to. I did this without taking him out. Now we're going to move Sam, who's disguised as a Jaffa, right the way through this patrol. There we go. No one's even batting an eyelid. Now he's going to be integral here because he's going to be able to take out guards so that we can get a tar across those walkways. Now a couple of things to look out for. If you hide right at this point, right here, no one's going to see you. As this guy comes around the corner, you give him a thump. Somebody will say, "Hey, what's going on?" Just crouch. Now tie him up. No one's going to see him. Okay? You can then stand up and walk around as normal if you want. This guy, very senior Jaffa up there with a nice gold helmet. Everyone loves a gold helmet, if you know what I'm saying. Keep an eye on his sight lines. His sight lines are what going to trip you up here if you're not careful. As he comes down, you can see the sight lines. You'll then turn around straight
Good
away.
idea.
Get your Zat out. Zat that armoured Jaffa. Tie him up. And you can just leave him there if you want to. There's
I've
no
got
need to do
this.
anything else with him. Now, move out of the line of sight. Stand back up because you've got nothing to hide. You're an officer. As this guy comes towards you and then turns around, you can just stroll up that walkway to the next section of the tree houses.
All right.
Right by that ring device. There we go. Nonchalantly strolling around. Nice and breezy. And then what we can do is we can take out that Jaffa, again, with a Zat. Tie him up. No one pays the blindest bit of attention. Now with that done, it's time to get a tar across the walkway. Keeping an eye on that one Jaffa officer is imperative, right? As he comes down, we're going to start our walk across. You want to be crouched straight away unless you've taken the Jaffa out on the upper platform. So here he is. He's on his way. He's having a bit of a look around. Right, we can start moving right now. Don't want the other Jaffa to see us. At this point here, you can stand up and then do a double click and you can start running.
Indeed.
And then when you get to the other end, you can start crouching. Right, done. Fantastic. We're there.
Hi.
Now, we've got to move him just out of range, so when the other Jaffa comes around, he doesn't swing around and see the fact that there's somebody of the same rank there and see through the disguise.
Onward.
Because at this point, he'll swing back round. There you go.
That's easy.
We've got Atar coming over. We're moving Sam across to engage in chit-chat, and she'll just walk straight on by. Easy. Then we stop the conversation. They go back to their daily lives. Nice and easy. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use a grenade to take out that Jaffa and that Jaffa on the right hand side. Not particularly tricky and a bit brute force, but I think it's probably the best way of doing it. You could do this with a Zat, but I think it could be done this way.
Understood.
So Atar's going to do this. Grenade. They get in the same range. Whap. Now, I used number 2 attack, the charge staff, to knock them both out. Nice and easy.
Yes.
And then I'm going to tie them up. So there you are. They're neutralized.
I shall.
Next up, on to the next section. Now, we're going to go to the left. That sort of boat-like structure we've got here. We're going to move our Jaffa infiltrator right the way up. That's where we've got to get to, where the High Priestess is kipped out. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to engage one of those Jaffa in conversation. Go. Oh, right. He's now not looking down that one particular gangplank. What we're going to do now with Atar is we're going to walk all the way up, throw a grenade, stun them, knock them out, tie them up, move on with our lives. That's the plan. There's the blue circle of effect. There goes the grenade.
Onward.
Ready for action.
Right there.
I've got this.
Boom. Right. Everyone's stunned. We can give them a good thumping. We can tie them up. It's very easy to get confused at this stage who you've actually tried up, and the control system sometimes can be a little bit clunky, holding down the left shift and then the left mouse button. Everyone seems to be tied up. What we can do now is walk our Jaffa over, take out those Jaffa over there, well, one Jaffa and the worker, and then sneak on by. Right. Here he is. Over he comes. We're going to wait for him to turn round. Bang. He gets a thump.
Piece of cake.
We tie him up quick. He gets a thump. Bang. Right, the coast is now clear.
That's easy.
Now you can see a little flashing doorway, a little sort of like the cupboard under the stairs aspect of things there as well. You could use that. I didn't need to. We can get a tar now, because those sight lines are not looking where we need to go. We don't need to go to that higher platform either. We can just sneak around the side and then just gain access to the priestess treehouse hut. The Jaffa are looking the wrong way. No one's guarding that side of things, and once we're there, it's going to play a bit of a cutscene once a tar gets here. But it's imperative you get both people here. So here she comes, and here comes the cutscene.
No, wait.
What? Why?
Shintel. Damn it. Cretel shall mock.
Keep quiet.
Where is your daughter?
What?
I have no daughter. Every girl born under Lord Moloc is offered to him in the pyres.
Yet I am here. Am I not?
Who are you? You are young. You cannot be from here.
I am Ata, your daughter.
Tell Kull. Nonsense. It is impossible. I was there. I saw it.
Ata, we don't have time for this.
How could you do it? How could you even think of killing your own child?
I am not a blasphemer. The law applies to everyone.
You!
I'm sorry, but we've got a mission.
Bolton, this is Watson. Costume change complete.
What took so long in there?
I'll tell you later. Have you still got us covered?
I haven't got a clear sight of the outer gateway. I'll need to get in a better position.
Do you know where, exactly?
Yeah, I've got an idea.
Alright. So, I guess it's time I got on with the show.
Make sure you drag out that opening. Long enough that we can let in the resistance and save the kids. Ata, when Sam starts the ceremony, can you open the gateway to let your people in?
Yes, I can do that.
Good. Once you're done sneaking out the kids, Sam and I will move out.
I understand.
So that's another objective completed. Now what we can do, we can use a Atar's grappling hook on that
Yes.
bit of tree, lowers a line, and that will allow Sam, who's now disguised as the High Priest, down.
That's
A couple of
easy.
Jaffa to take out here.
Understood.
Let's get Atar hidden in the bush.
How long do you
Let's
think
start
you can
taking out
drag
Jaffa.
the opening?
How long do we need? I can ad-lib it.
No one's going to
If I
block,
run out of things to
bat
say,
an eyelid.
I'll throw in some
It's a
mine.
level 3
Who's
High
gonna question
Priestess.
I think you're actually looking forward to this.
I like new challenges.
Good idea.
Ease down. Tie him up.
Piece of cake.
In the bush he goes.
Already on it.
Checking out the line of sight of the other armor Jaffa. He's out of sight. Excellent. Another thump. Bang. Tie him up.
That's
You
easy.
guessed it. Pick him up. Put him in the bush. The other guy that's just digging by the Stargate
Huh?
couldn't give a hoot. Couldn't give a hoot. So we'll drop him off by here. No one's going to go up there. There's the dialing device as well. Can't do anything with that, unfortunately. And we're just going to walk on
I've
past.
got this.
Okay.
Take this guy
I'm about
out.
to make my big debut. What's my motivation?
If you mess up,
No one's
they'll
gonna notice
probably
him
kill
gone.
all of us, including a tin full of kids.
Great pep talk.
Pick
Break
him
a
up.
leg.
Hide him in that bush.
All right.
And now it's the time to go and get that armoured Jaffa. Clearing the way then for a tar to come through. At least from this section of things. He's armoured, out with the Zat once again. Pyow.
Already on it.
Again, he gets the bush treatment.
Good idea.
And we can go and take out the other guy who's walking around. Makes things nice and easy.
Piece of cake.
We haven't even got to hide. We just got to wait to come back on his merry way, and then we can get on and we can start the ceremony and then ham it up a bit. That'll then hand over to a tar, who then has to open the gates for the resistance to get in, who will save all the children. That being the Stargate Timekeepers way. Right, he gets his Zat in. There you go. Tie him up. Just drop him over there in that bush.
That's easy.
Easy. When I say easy, this part was pretty much straightforward. Whether or not I got into the mentality of the game, which I think is one of the things. But you go to this particular section here, and then Sam, who is disguised as the High Priest, will start the ceremony. Right. Now it's a Tars. Now Max has to get to a different vantage point. Now because I cleared everywhere, I can stand up, no one's going to see me, I can use a little bit of speed, I can run all the way down, past all these bound and subdued Jaffa, right up to this particular area where we got our initial disguise, right at the beginning of the video. Here we go, there's still a worker there who can raise the alarm. We're going to crouch in the bushes, making sure we use cover as much as we possibly can.
Again.
And once he gets to his overwatch point, overlooking the village, he'll be a bit more used to us this time. So a lot of activity down there. Another objective completed.
Atar, this is Max.
Now it's all down to Atar to take out some of those and get to the door release.
I shall go there now.
If you need any help, just call. I can come down there.
That shall not be necessary, Max Bolton.
All right then. And just call me Max.
Okay, right then. We've got a couple of Jaffa to take out. This is not too difficult. Although I do think I cheesed this right at the end. Just. You may have a different way of doing this, so let me know if you do. So a grenade will take those three out. Or I can distract somebody just to move them. I don't think you necessarily have to do this particular method, but it might help.
I shall.
Bit of a thump there. There'll be a vision line as well from one of the Jaffas that we can take out. Give them a bit of a thumping. We're hidden behind that bush. We can tie them up. We haven't got to do particularly anything. I'm just going to leave them there. We've cleared all the Jaffa guards out, but there's no way of me getting over. So this guy here, at the bottom of the screen, he needs to be taken out. And we're going to use Max as a sniper for this. I mean, he has to do something. He hasn't done much, to be perfectly honest with you. So we're going to use the sniper method and take him out. That'll leave us free reign then to, perfectly honest with you, take the rest of the people out. Got a good line of sight right there. If you use a dart, that'll wear off. I'm not sure I can get up there in time. So I think, do you know what? A single shot from the sniper rifle will take him out. Everything else hasn't got the range. Right, there it is. And he's down. And nobody is any the wiser. We can now get a tar over, take out that Jaffa, and get them bound up. You can hit him with the staff. The guy on the bridge, the Jaffa on the bridge, Well, that won't do anything.
Yes.
As long as they're subdued, that's fine. There's nowhere really
Understood.
to hide them. We could stick them over in that bush, I suppose, if you really wanted to.
I shall.
Here comes a Jaffa looking. There's a couple of bushes we can hide in. This guy's not going to see us, so we're going to move on.
Onward.
A few bushes.
Indeed.
There's no need to do any additional shooting, I don't think. Not at this stage. We're in the bush. There's no one else who can see us. We can probably take them out quite easily.
I shall.
We're only a short few steps now away from opening up the gate. There you go. Bit of a zapping on. Let's get over there, give him stunned.
Yes.
That guy's just woken up. I could have been a bit better with my timings there. Tie him up and then get over there, tie him up.
Onward.
Get them in the bush out the way. And now, onto the final section. This is where we're going to open the doors and let the resistance in. Right, here we go. Letting in the resistance. Group of Jaffa there. We should be able to crouch down and just get round the side of that truck.
Indeed.
Out of everyone's line of sight. If they do see us, well, we'll just move on. I reckon I could use a stun grenade there, take out all four.
Yes.
Without anyone seeing us. Okay. They're all nicely grouped. A stun grenade should do it, and then it's up that gangplank and we're away. One stun grenade, whap. There you go. And then we'll get over there, we'll use
Understood.
the attack to do multiple opponents. Everyone's knocked out.
Onward.
He's knocked out. Tying up people. I think the Jaffa's going to see us just round the corner now. Something's up. Yep, he's seen us. I was a little bit too slow. The alarm has been raised. I'm just going to run for it. I'm going to run the other way round from the guards. This is what I mean by cheesed it.
A fine idea.
Up that gangplank and open the doors. And I'm away.
Yes.
And that, everybody, is how you complete Season 1, Mission 3 of Stargate Timekeepers in plain sight. This one was hard.
Watson, they've got the kids out. You can wrap it up.
Just when I was getting into it.